Darren, how are you, mate?
Good, mate, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, well done.
Hey, guys, we're here back with a bite-sized episode. It is, 2026, and we've had a great response to the start of the year, haven't we, Darren?
Oh, the club has, gone crazy, really. Yeah, so we're up to 68, I think it was the last look on the club. So members currently, 68 members, incredible.
Yeah.
And that allows us, so your support doesn't allow us to get our bank balance and grow, but what it allows us to do is enhance how we can deliver the resources and what we can bring people as well. So yeah, it's not just about us making money, because that's great, but we also want to enhance what we can give to people.
Yeah. So the more money that we can generate is the bigger we can grow the club. And yeah, we've got some exciting things in the pipeline that we're not going to share yet. But we're really excited that they're being generated, and as soon as we can, we'll share them with everybody. So
Yeah.
we have done the first bite-size episode, which went out before Christmas. We're now in the new year, and we wanted to just do another little bite-size episode today. So
Yeah, so we talked about off-season, really. We kind of touched mostly on, I suppose, triathletes and kind of their off-season.
Yeah.
But there are some weird people out there, I suppose, that don't have that off-season. Him. So Alex, you're obviously training for Endure24.
Yeah.
Which is, date on that is what?
That is June 5th
June?
and 6th.
Yeah. 24 hours.
24 hours.
Crazy. So really, there's not an off-season for you as such, is there?
Well, no, I've realised that now, Darren, that I programmed a 24-hour race, and when I entered it into my ATP annual training plan program, I realised that I entered it probably too soon after my ultra, my 3 ultras that I ran last year, and yeah, pretty much have had a 3-week break. To be honest with you, the run up to Christmas, it wasn't the pure endure block, but it was. I did have to start banking miles before Christmas, and yeah, I'm due to do my first simulation race shortly. So the only way to really recreate Endure24, I guess for anyone that doesn't know what Endure24 is, you could call it a backyard ultra, but it's a different style. So it's a 24-hour race that is ran around a 5-mile loop. So the 5-mile loop, so it's based in Reading. It's on Saturday the 5th of June, and it starts at midday and it will run all the way through to Sunday the 6th midday. So it's a 5-mile loop. Now the difference between it being a backyard ultra and just something that you go and do is that there are no rules. So backyard ultras, the general rules for them are that on the hour, every hour, you have to go out and run, which I think's challenging. However,
It's less miles though as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 4.2 miles.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas this is 5, but that you might go, well, it's just 5 and it's not 4.2, but that adds up. So I guess something that I'm battling with is, would it be easier if someone was forcing you out every hour because you had to, whereas this one, so I've got a goal. My goal is to run 100 miles, and with that, I know I've got to do 25 rounds, which is basically 25 laps of a 5-mile course gets me 100 miles. So I've worked out that I want to run between a 9:45 and a 10-minute mile. So let's call it 50 minutes of running and 22 minutes of rest. If I do that every 50 minutes with a 22-minute rest, I will achieve 100 miles.
So can I just stop that bit there then? So obviously, backyard ultra, it's on the hour every hour. You have to be in the pen. So could you bang out 10 laps straight through and then stop?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no rules when you have to stop.
There's no rules, and I think that's, if I'm honest, some may argue, but that makes it harder because you are setting yourself the rules to hit the goal that you want to hit. If you go to a backyard ultra and you know you want to hit 100 miles, you've just got to go out every hour on the hour when they tell you to. Whereas this time, if I am not out there after the 22 minutes of rest, I am behind and I've got to catch up on that, which isn't the strategy plan. So that is in Endure24. Now, what I have created with my annual training plan is 5 simulations. So I've done a 5-round day simulation, so that'll be 25 miles. I've done a 5-round midnight start simulation, because obviously you need to be used to running at that time of the day or night or morning. And then I've done a 10-round day a 10 round night, 2 next day, and then I'm going to do I think it's a 17 round simulation, which will go from I think 8 o'clock one day all the way through to 6 o'clock the next morning. And it seems crazy, but it's like if someone was running a marathon, 26.2, we'd take them to about 75-80% of that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So I've got to get to 75
Yeah.
or 80% of 100 miles, which is just mad. To think that last year my biggest achievement was a 50 miler, and in my training runs I'm going to run 250 miles and a potential 75-80 mile.
Big step.
So when you bring that all backwards from June 5th, the simulations have got to start like now.
Yeah.
And that's why I've screwed myself over, because I haven't had an off season.
No.
Risk of injury probably higher than I'd like. I had a slight concern before Christmas that I had a stress fracture in my right tibia. Thankfully, X-ray showed clear, which was good. And yeah, I think I've come to terms with double run days are not for me. So I've got to cross train quite a lot. But yeah, I won't lie. It hit me coming about 6 weeks back into this training block that I have not had that off season that we promoted so highly. Would I promote what I've done to anyone? Would I promote what I've done to myself again? Probably not. However, Darren, as you know, when you're in it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So I've had to adapt my training.
Yeah.
I've had to really wind into the mobility, the yoga, the cross training with swimming to try and avoid at absolute cost any niggles.
Yeah, so it's not just about banging out more miles after miles after miles, is it? So you've had to introduce stuff that you were doing anyway, but that's even more as well to compensate.
Yeah. If I'm honest, the simulations are going to be the days that are the highest mileage. In the week, my mileage won't change much because I'm fit and the intensity needs to be what it is. As long as I've almost, like you say, I've almost had to increase more swimming and more biking and more strength and conditioning or mobility, but the running stayed the same until I do the actual simulation. So
strength and conditioning then more important, because obviously trying to build that robustness engine.
Yeah.
Trying to get robust, injury free as well. So we talked about that in the last bite size, I believe. That's why we introduced strength and conditioning, to make sure your muscles are strong and you're strong. I think you're nuts. Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
But no, I think the strength and conditioning, Darren, we did talk about it in the last bite size episode, but it's so important because when I'm going to be 18, 19 hours in, my body's going to be fatigued, and if I haven't got the muscle mass and just that rigidity of a body, of a core structure, injury is going to be inevitable. You're going to roll an ankle when you're tired, and you just need it there.
Especially when it's dark.
Yeah, and it's dark. That's the thing as well. Through the night. I mean, it is June, so darkness is probably around 6, maybe 5 hours. But
still long, 5-6 hours.
Yeah, it's going to be
very long.
You've got to have two torches available, and I'm looking to get one of those like massive power banks so that we can charge things off and all that.
So how much then comes down to physical fitness, and how much comes to the mind?
I think
Put percentage on it. Put percentage on it. What do you reckon?
On a 100-mile, 24-hour race, I'm weighing more towards probably 60-40, if I'm honest. Yeah. I think let's say a new ultra would be something like 30 miles. So Darren, go and do an ultra 30 miles.
Nope.
26.2 is a marathon. You could argue 27's an ultra, but no one's going to probably respect it because it's not that much more longer. 30 miles, I would say it is more mind than body. I think most people could get their body through 30 miles. When you creep to 50, when I did the 50 mile last year, I would say that was a lot more mind. I would say that was well over 60-70% mind, and then the body was the rest. You need that core, you need that body to get through that, don't get me wrong. But I think anybody could, if they put their mind to it, even if they were walking, they could go and walk 50 miles if they tried.
Okay.
But this 100 miler, I'm actually going in the opposite direction. I'll talk more about it after I've done it, but I'm going more in the other direction where it is mind. But I think your body's going to have to be able to keep up with it. And I think as well, the other thing in mind though, it's not actually the mind over matter of the body. It's the fact that you're running the same loop 25 times through 24 hours. And if I'm successful, no, when I'm successful, I'll have 22 minutes spare at the end.
Why?
I might try and do another lap.
Yeah, I'm going to get you to write that down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
No, I'm going to be.
Yeah. But I was going to say then obviously you've got the physical side that you have to train for. How are you preparing that mental side of it? How is there any sort of training plans as such then? You can prep that mind and the thought process and how you're dealing, because it's obviously 60-40 like you said, so 40% of that needs training somehow.
Mentally, how I'm preparing for it, every single time I do any physical exercise right now, whether it be a run, a gym, even a yoga class, I can see myself crossing that line. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not it, obviously, but
yeah.
I think, do you know, when someone said to me about visualization and that sort of, what's it called? I forget that word that people talk about. When you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you can do something, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'll find that out.
It's like visualizing, isn't it? When I heard that before, I was like, that's absolute rubbish. You know, that's not what you do. But now, I can see myself crossing that line now, and that's what gets me through. The other thing that gets me through, and I was talking to somebody about this Friday night actually, was that what I can quite easily do in life is compartmentalize time. So let's say I was going out on a 2-hour run, and I knew it was 2 hours. I know after that 2 hour, I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be, in the shower. I'm going to be going shopping. Or like, when I had a tattoo, she was like, it's going to be 4 hours. I was like, okay, 4 hours. So on hour 5, I'll be at home.
Yeah.
And it's
all over then, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think if this was one of the backyard ultras where they go until the last man standing, that's the last man standing races is very different because you can't prepare for that because you don't know how far it's going to go.
End is. Yeah.
Whereas I know this sounds slightly psychopath or insane, but it's just 24 hours. And I know by, 8 o'clock on Sunday night, I'm going to be sat on my sofa. And I think it's just, to me, that just sounds easy then. You go, okay, well, by 8 o'clock on Sunday night. And I thought about that when I was doing my first ultra. I was like, in about 24 hours, I'm going to be back at work. So just be in the moment.
Yeah. It's not for me.
What's 100%. The longest time? So you've done obviously Ironmans. What's the longest?
I've done a 40 miler. I've done a 40 miler.
How long did that take you?
Oh, it was years ago, mate. I can't remember.
No.
Dig it out.
And what was your longest? What was your longest Ironman when you were just getting into that? 12, 15 hours?
Yeah, 15 hours, yeah.
15 hours, yeah.
I mean, so 15 hours of that.
Yeah,
and that's broken down. But yeah, 24 hours, it's not for me.
No.
On a bike, I'll be there, but not running, definitely not.
I'm trying to decide what I'm going to want to listen to, or if I'm going to want to.
I'll tell you what you want to do, and one of our athletes actually done this, and he got people to, if you want to raise some money for Andy's Man Club potentially, then you get people to design your playlist.
Yeah.
So it's £1 for a good song and £5 for a bad song, and you have to play that playlist. So, like, I would give you something like, I don't know, Agadoo, something like that, and happily pay a £5. I'll give you £100 for it, and I would, and that's something you might potentially want to do.
To be fair, I did for the 50 miler. On Friday at work, we do a status where I sit with all my team, and I asked them to all give me a song, and one of them was Barbie Girl, and I thought that's going to probably come on at like mile 45. It came on at mile 3, and I was like, this is shocking.
Oh.
I almost wanted to like replay it later on, but that's a good shout. But actually,
take your mind off it.
For a lot of it, I pulled them out, and I don't know what it was. I just needed to run in silence. Now, I won't lie. There is one thing that's put me off of Endure24, and it's also about like 5k, 10ks at a city base, is that there's a lot of people there.
Okay.
The 3 ultras I did last year, there's 100 people, which sounds a lot, but you spread out pretty quickly, and you're normally like 2 or 3 of you, like in bunches, all of that sort of thing. Whereas this is a busy event, and as much as people may think I'm extroverted, I'm really on the fence between extrovert and introvert, and I am a big like, go on, mate, well done, you're doing great, or how you getting on, that sort of thing. And I like people asking me that, but when you're going to be locked in for 100 miles, it's like if you don't watch the Formula One, do you? But in the Formula One, some of them will speak to the pundits before, and some of them actively ask not to be. And I think, I don't know. I tell you what I'm going to do. Have you seen that craze online when people go, "My name's Alex, this is my first drink," or What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, "My name's Alex, this is my first lap."
First lap,
and we'll do each lap.
Yeah,
it's coming up like lap 22. Like, my name's
There's
Alex.
a bloke who done, I think it was Newport Marathon, but he done every mile marker. He done a backflip.
Oh, did
and
he?
honestly, the last one, I thought he's gonna smash his face, and he done it. Fair play to him. But 26 backflips, and you could see it getting worse and worse and worse.
I remember when I raced Stroud Half last year. Mile 1 came down, so it pinged on the watch, and I said, level 1 complete, and everyone looked at me like, what is this guy on? But when you break it down, 25 isn't a big number, so you've just got to get around that loop 25 times.
It's a lot, mate.
It is a lot.
It is a lot. It's an awful lot. So,
but when I get to the 100-mile club, I promised Darren I'll get into some triathlons.
I'll get into Ironman training. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, we wish you all the very best of luck with it, Alex, and we'll be there supporting you. Obviously, athletes, club members will all be supporting you, and definitely get on the playlist. If you want to sponsor Alex, you know what to do now.
Yeah. Brian Adams 69 theme tune.
Yeah, definitely.
So, guys, since recording the episode, I've got a confession for you and an update for you. Let's start with the confession. So the confession, during the podcast, I said that I was going to be doing 25 rounds. My maths wasn't adding up that day. I'm just going to explain it to you here today. So during Endure24 on June 6th into June 7th, I'll be doing 20 rounds, and that is a 5-mile loop. And I'll be running for 50 minutes and I'll be resting for 22. Now, I've actually just done a simulation. So this is the update. And on the first Saturday of January, I did my first simulation test. During that simulation, I did a 5-round episode, basically. So that was 5 miles with a 22-minute break. And that equaled to 25 miles. And it just went amazing, to be honest with you. And I think it really made me reflect on, making a plan, sticking to a plan. That's with the timings, that's with the fueling, and that's with everything, really. We started at midday and we started the first lap. I had some, really great people joining me for the first few laps. And I was just trying to get to gist with the, with the pacing, to be honest with you. But actually, it was really comfortable. I was able to sustain it for the full 5 laps, as I say, which equal to 25 miles. Now, fueling. So I, on average, consume around 90 carbohydrates per hour. So what I was doing, I have the Precision Hydration big gels, so they're 90 carbohydrates. So what I was doing was taking it out on the run with me, and I was, trying to consume not all of it, but most of it during the 15 minutes of running. And then when we got back, I would essentially just finish off and top it up. I also was taking the Precision Hydration 1000 pH 1000, which is their electrolyte salt. And I was taking that in a 500 ml hand bottle. And I was taking it out on the run with me. Now, I've never run with a hand bottle before, so I wasn't quite sure how I was going to get on with it. But actually, it was really comfortable. You can tighten it up as much as you want. I was running with it, which was great. Now, I tried something new because during Endure24, I'm going to have to be consuming not just liquid form. I'm going to have to be consuming solids, food. So this time I tried some, as white as you can get bread. And I used Biscoff paste on it. And then I also did the same, but with like strawberry jam. So basically, it's something that's like sweet, desirable, but it's also going to get some nutrition back into you. Equally pairing that up with bananas and the one meal bars. They have around 600 calories in them, full of carbohydrates, full of protein, and some good fats. So I just wanted to put this in at the end to provide you guys with a little update and a little confession.
Brilliant, guys. Thanks so much for listening. And we really hope that you've enjoyed listening to this second of the bite-sized episodes, which we're going to do more regularly now in between guests.
Yeah, I think if they've got any ideas as well, kind of comment and let us know what you want us to talk crap about, basically, and hopefully give you something back.
Yeah, and we have got some really exciting guests coming on, and we have recorded some good episodes in between this that we're editing at the minute, and we can't wait for you to hear them because there's some great snippets from them as well. So, listen. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We hope that you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. The more of that you can do, the bigger that we can grow and the more content we can give you.
Yeah. And don't forget, be smarter than yesterday.